honestly, this is the worst Jared Cannonier has ever looked, in my opinion. You know, his durability has always been something which has carried him in fights because he can weather storm off these big elusive strikers, you know, who obviously eventually going to tire after the flurrying him with combinations. But in this fight, he was definitely feeling the shots, you know, the oblique kicks, the hooks at range, you know, the spinning attacks which were coming his way. They were just overwhelming the nervous system of Jared Cannonier. So obviously his human instinct just kicked in as soon as, you know, Christian Leroy Duncan gave him a bit of space, and he was just trying to sponge him against the fence with grappling. Now, you know, the wrestling, the grappling of Cannonier, it doesn't work. That's why I didn't play it into a factor in this fight, you know, when I was predicting it, because he's just never been a great wrestler, you know. And again, there was no real counter combinations thrown. I don't know the significant strikes thrown from Cannonier and landed, but it must have been very, very minimal, you know. Christian Leroy Duncan was doing really well on the outside, you know, but again, he landed a football kick, as you can see in this picture, and the commentary wouldn't stop going on about it, you know. He kind of pulled back at last minute, so it didn't fully connect, you know. But obviously that could have been a potential disqualification and stuff. But yeah, it was either, you know, Christian Leroy Duncan with his rangy attacks, you know, really hurting Jared Cannonier on the outside, or Cannonier just, you know, holding on for dear life. He did get him down briefly in the second round, I believe, he did Cannonier. But he was just purely trying to smudge his way to the final bell. And this is 100% the worst I have ever seen Jared Cannonier. If we compare it to Vettori, you know, the Vettori performance during COVID, this is a shadow of his former self. And the guy's 42, man, in a division full of killers which are evolving. These are big, elusive strikers and not the old generation, you know, they're not the same. But again, this isn't even the same fighter that fought Gregory Rodriguez, in my opinion. So I think it's time to see Jared Cannonier retire now. But good stepping stone for CLD. Pretty decent performance, you know. And yeah, we'll have to see what's next.